What's up, guys? Snowman. Was looking back through my videos and I realized I don't have a video where I'm really showing all of my custom handmade knives, all my models. So I want to do one of those. I'm gonna have to make it quick. My battery's flashing. Hopefully I can get this in. This is our new model, the Exterminator, X-Terminator. This is a combat utility knife. Out of 1075, we can make it in 80 CRV2, 5160, whatever. 1/4 inch blade stock. These are smaller. This was inspired by the Frobus combat utility. This blade's larger, a little bit larger, and also we had a Beck blade come through here for our SnowTech hybrid handle modification to one of these handle tubes right here. And so I saw his blade, and then that one inspired me in the combat utility of the Frobus, so that's where I got the idea for this one. I made the hand guard myself and used a smaller tube. This one has got our artisan blade profiling. I do what I call artisan blade profiling by hand. Hell 6 serrations, that's a new serrations that we do. They're low profile for notching. I went back, one of my favorite vintage hollow handle makers is Robert Parrish. He's probably my favorite vintage hollow handle maker. And so I wanted to come up with my own design. I did on these. We call them the Hell 6. Really neat little knife. The Exterminator combat utility knife, 6.1 inch blade. All these knives that we do here, I do differential heat treat and temper. This is our Attack 26, named it Attack 26 because this is heavily inspired by Randall, and I made this in excuse me, what did I say? Attack 20? No, yeah. This firstly this year is when it came out. So 2026. Yeah. So it's heavily inspired by Randall. You know, got that Randall look, blade profile, 6.8mm blade stock, no serrations, really tapered upper grind with a razor sharp clip point there. These are saber grinds. Do my hollow grind on it. This one has a 15-degree razor sharp cutting edge. Sandblasted. We do the EOD handguard there. This one's a nickel chromium material. This is bronze. This is the very first hollow handle survival knife that I did. This one I don't consider part of our hybrid line because it's my very first one. I came in here about 1.25 inches. Still, it's very strong. These have all these hybrid handles that we do, and this one has titanium pins, locking pins, inside of that wall, cross pins. They're 1/4 inch thick, aero grade titanium. So the blade's going to have catastrophic failure and break long. You're not going to get the tang to break on these. They're just not going to break. They're too wide. They're too thick. The blade will break, have a catastrophic break. Particularly on our hybrid handles, we go in now. We're half tangs, locked out with 2 aero grade titanium pins. This is 5160. This is our Model 23 Storm, also known as the M23. It's got that drop point blade. This one's 5160 spring steel, 6.8mm blade stock. This is our M24 Soldier, Model 24. It's a combat knife. It's a fighter knife, fighter first, bushcraft secondary, with these vintage style serrations. Got the aggressive primary hollow grinds. This clip point goes back quite a ways, also sharpened. We hand fabricate, hand make all our guards. It's got the nice tubing. These are waterproof down to 50 foot. This has our enhanced mechanical hole tang attachment system. That's exclusive. We did it first. I'm talking aero grade titanium pins, cross pins, with JB weld that's been reinforced with real steel particle shaving dust. So incredibly strong. So we got 6.8 millimeter blade stock. Everybody else out there that makes hollow handle survival knives uses 6.5 millimeter blade stock. I'm talking name brands that you go buy. This is our LS1 Combat Commando. It's the short sword. It's the survival knife on steroids. You have to hold this knife to appreciate it. It's got our enhanced mechanical hole tang attachment, 2 titanium pins, 2.5 inches from the shoulders. Those are buried half the tube. 7/8 inch wide tang. You're not going to break the tang on this, I promise you. Your hand will break, you will break, or the blade will break. That tang is not going to break. Aggressive primary hollow grinds, those are tall. These are Jack Crane inspired, razor sharp, high carbon 5160 spring steel. Super balanced. You're not going to find another Jack Crane knife out there, or even one that's inspired by anybody. It's not going to have that kind of balance. This is our AC-25 advanced combat knife spike system with our hybrid handle, enhanced mechanical hole tang attachment, 2 titanium pins. They're more balanced. When you have a more balanced knife, they're a safer knife. It's just common sense. I'm not making this stuff up. When you have a more balanced knife, you're going to have a safer knife. And they're strong. They feel like you're holding a full tang knife. Why is that? Well, a full tang knife is 5 inches. 5-inch handle. These are 2.5 inches. It's half the length of a full tang knife. We got the spikes where they clear your hands. Now you got improvised brass knuckles, and you can actually work with this knife. It's going to feel great. Whereas the original Buckmaster 184s, you guys that got 184s, those are going to impinge. They're impinging on your hands right now. You can't do nothing with the spikes in your hand. Okay? With our SnowTac AC-25, you can. 6.1 inch blade, 80 CRV2, professionally sandblasted. They've got 2 coats of black, silica black, and then a textured black coating. Razor sharp. It's a gorgeous knife. We procure the Japanese parts and the guard and all that from other vintage knives. You know, the vintage sheath. So these will fit right back in with that massive tang blade. We pull out the travesty of a little tang. You guys have seen that. I got videos on that. You guys that follow me, you know. We pull that original blade out. We create a real blade, a real robust, strong knife with even better steel, 80 CRV2 steel. This is Snowman. I'll catch you guys down the road.